Hi guys. So I'm not gonna be on here very long. I wanted to touch on a few topics. The first one being the whole valedictorian thing with the Edna Manley School of Dance valedictorian and his comments about big up on a blood clot self, because that has been trending, and he also made a comment about why he said what he said. And honestly, I don't see anything wrong with what he said. A lot of society people like to throw away patwa and say it's not our language or it's a broken down form of dialect. But in truth and in fact, patwa is what brought us to the place we are. Patwa is the language that helped us to get out of slavery. Patwa single handedly helped Jamaica and Jamaican people. And the Honorable Miss Lou would be very, very proud. Also, Ednamani School is a school of dance and arts, so he has every right to express himself how he sees fit. Whether that is in Patwa or English, that's his choice. And he worked hard for his valedictorian um position, so he should be able to say what he want. And I don't see anything wrong with it. I honestly feel like Patwa should be Jamaica's real language, because other people are benefiting from our dialect. Other people are gaining from our dialect. It's only Jamaican people that think that we shouldn't adopt it. We shouldn't say it's our language or it is our first language. So, quite honestly, I feel like nothing was wrong with what he said. He was put in that position because he worked hard for it, and he should express himself however he see fit. I'm so tired of the hypocritical people that act like they're holier than thou and cuss a few bad words here and there, or they never curse any bad word. It's off putting, quite honestly, especially on social media. People like to act like they're perfect and then cuss bad word and then chat broken English or broken down English and Spanish. But it is what it is. He did what he did. He said what he said. He already graduated. He already got his position as valedictorian. So nobody can take that away from him. And quite frankly, big up on the blood clot self, because I see nothing wrong with him expressing himself. But yesterday I posted a video of a 70-year-old woman that was killed, a retiree that was killed in Jamaica. And it was very, very sad, because this woman is old. And from what I got from my comment section, the man that lives in that community said that this lady just built her house, and a nice house, and she couldn't even get to live in that house because them come and kill her. And honestly, I feel like that was all bad mind and jealousy and grudgefulness and people that don't want to work and fend for themselves. They probably thought this woman was well off. They probably thought she was rich. And when they went to go rob her, take her stuff, they realized she's just as broke as them. And they ended up killing her. And that's very sad. And in that video, I was saying that I hope they didn't rape her. I hope they didn't do anything like that to her. But 9 out of 10 times, especially with the state of Jamaica, I feel like that it has become very common and it's very uncomfortable to say, but that is the truth. Elderly people, especially women, are being targeted and being raped, and it's no different from younger people. So in the news today, it says man charged for molesting 7-year-old niece. Another one is 13-year-old raped at school. And this is a long-standing issue in Jamaican culture that needs to be addressed. We need to stop sweeping it underneath the rug. We need to stop acting like it doesn't exist. Stop acting like it's not a thing. Stop acting like we women aren't being coerced from a very young age. Like, this is a big issue. And I'm going to read this article. It says the Center for Investigation of Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse has confirmed that the man suspected of molesting his 7-year-old niece and his nephew has been taken into police custody. So he molested not only his niece, that's 7, he molested his nephew also. That's wrong on so many levels. Oh my God. These kids are gonna need so much psychological help and therapy. Jesus. The suspect was arrested last week and was formally charged on Sunday, November 13th, with sexual assault and gross indecency. And they haven't. One thing I hate about a lot of these articles is that they don't publicly show who these people are and their pictures, because Jamaican people need to be well aware of who is in their community, who are sexual pedophiles, who are rapists, and know to stay away from them. And they don't do that in Jamaica, and that is why I feel like there needs to be a data bank, some form of DNA database system in Jamaica, especially where crimes like rape is concerned. There needs to be a specialized task force just for rape. Not only for young people, but also for old people, like elderly women, because this is getting out of control. And the fact that they didn't publish his name or his picture really be pissing me off, because what this is going to do now is he's gonna hide behind this. He sexually assaulted his niece and nephew. He's gonna go to jail, spend 8 to 9 years, depending on if he go and confess and say in guilty. If he say he's guilty, he'll probably get 5 to 4 years. Then he'll come back out on the road and pretend like he wasn't in jail for rape, and he'll do the same thing to somebody else's kids unknowingly. I hate that. Absolutely hate that. That is crazy to me that they are protecting these people and people like this. Anyways, how can you look at your 7-year-old niece and nephew and get sexually aroused by it? Like, that is crazy to me. A person like that need to be castrated, honestly. Like, that's how I feel. Or they need to get the death penalty. Like, how? I can't understand. It says a 13-year-old girl was allegedly raped by an older student at a St. Catherine High School. Hear this now, no? After she refused to give him 50 Jamaican dollars. 50 Jamaican dollars. That is 50 cents US dollars. Let me read this again so you guys can understand. A 13-year-old girl was allegedly raped by an older student at a St. Catherine High School. Yes, mommy? Yes. All right. A 13-year-old girl was allegedly raped by an older student at a St. Catherine High School after she refused to give him $50. $50 is less than 50 cents US. You rape this girl for 50 cents US dollar. Wow. It says the child's mother said the incident took place on November 13th when her daughter went to use the restroom. She said she was in the bathroom and there was a grade 10 boy standing outside who kept opening and closing the bathroom door. When she finished using the bathroom, he told her that she had to pay him $50 to come out of the bathroom. So basically, our miniature extortion is this. She told him she didn't have any money. When his demands was not met, the boy reportedly closed the restroom door but later reopened it minutes later to let in another grade 10 student who reportedly wanted to wash her hands. My daughter still, this is the mother talking now. My daughter still remained in the bathroom because she was scared and was hoping he was going to leave. The boy then went in and held her by her throat. She tried to wrestle him off, but he overpowered her. And obviously, he overpowered her. He's a 10th grader. This girl is 13. That means she just left primary school. Basically, she just took GSAT. This big girl back boy full of testosterone wrestle this little girl. Anyways, she said another grade 8th girl came in and asked him if he needed privacy. She told him to go over to the other side of the bathroom with my daughter. He went over there and braced her on the wall. The teenager told her mother that other female students did not come to her assistance. Instead, she sat on a chair during the ordeal. We have no empathy for one another. Like, no empathy, no sympathy, nothing. And it starts at a very young age, especially with black women. Black women are the most vicious to their own. And it's very, very mind-boggling. Very mind-boggling. I don't know how another female sit there and see somebody getting raped and don't do anything or say anything. My conscience would have killed me for the rest of my life. The mother stated that the 13-year-old did not immediately report the matter out of fear, but rumors began circulating around the school about the incident, and that's a lot of rape victims. Them shame, they don't want to be a victim. They don't want to, they're in denial basically that this happened to them. So I understand that portion, and that is with majority rape victims. They're in denial that stuff like this happened to them. Other children were coming to her and asking her if it was true that she got raped. One of her friends told the guidance counselor about it. I took my daughter to the doctor who referred her to the Spanish Town Hospital. While I was there, another rape case from the same school came in, and the police were there taking statements. So she got hospital now to get her rape kit done. Police come at the hospital to get her statement. While she is at the hospital, another person was raped in that school, came to that hospital also. So 2 rape victims in the hospital at the same time. And you're telling me that who is running these schools? Who is watching these children? So nobody never see the first incident and try to prevent it. Nobody didn't see the first rape and try preventing and protecting other students so it doesn't happen to another girl on that school. Like, nobody never see that. Nobody never know that. Nobody didn't take precautions. Nothing. So two persons were raped in one day at that school. Whoever that run that school there need to be reprimanded. That's one thing. But anyways, honestly, there are times when I feel like I want to take matters into my own hands, but because it's in the police hands already, I just leave it alone. This act on my little girl is a very cruel one. My daughter was a virgin before this incident. She wasn't a talkative person, and since the incident, she has gotten even more silent. Wow. So she didn't have the opportunity to give her virginity to who she felt like deserved it or who she wanted to give it. Somebody took her virginity for 50 cents US dollars. Literally. That is so sad. The Star reached out to the school for a comment, but we were told that the principal was out of office, and calls to the guidance counselor and vice principal went unanswered. And when stuff like this happens in a school, a lot of the times they try to cover it up. Not only cover it up, this was not one rape, but two rapes happened at that school in the same day. Tell me no. Tell me, I'm sure the principal and guidance counselor have nothing to say because they weren't doing their job. Who is the dean of discipline? Who is the security guards at that school? Like, all of these people that would get paychecks from hard-working citizens to watch these children. Where were they? Where are they? So that means that them never did do them job at all. Not one person, but two person get raped. Tell me no. 50, the 50 cents part just kill me. So if she had 50 cents or 50 Jamaican dollar to her name, she could have potentially not gotten raped and kept her virginity. Tell me how sad and disheartening that is. To even wrap your mind around when you're 13 years old. That girl probably wasn't even thinking about sex, thinking about anything like that. Not on that level, none of that. And to have her innocence taken away like that, that is crazy. Crazy to me. And honestly, I feel this mother's pain to have our daughter violated like that, and you're not able to do anything because you entrusted the right officials to do their jobs, and 99.9999% of these cases in Jamaica, nothing never happens, or the person that does this walk away with a slap on the wrist, scotch free, and you never hear or anything about it again. And then these women are left with scars forever. She's probably traumatized. Our mother says she's silent since the accident. She's probably traumatized on so many levels. Knowing that if she had $50, she wouldn't have been raped. Knowing that 50 Jamaican dollar, I know. Knowing that if she had 50 Jamaican dollars, she could have possibly saved her virginity. Knowing that somebody took something from her that was so sacred. Like, imagine trying to wrap your head around all of that at 13. Just entering high school. Craziness. And just yesterday, the old lady, like, them kill her. Like, honestly, something needs to be done. And something needs to be done that's drastic. There needs to be an example set, or there needs to be something done, because this can't keep happening. Jamaican women are going to be very scarred. They're going to be very, very traumatized. They are going to be messed up for the rest of their lives if this keep happening. And this is not going to be good for the next generation of women that are going to come, and or children. Like, this is wrong on so many levels, and people still are ignoring this. This is too common now. This is too common. We held a live the other day, and how the amount of women and men that said they were raped in Jamaica, like, we couldn't believe the amount of calls that we had on that one live. Where Jada said execution, Jada Kingdom made a song about execution. Like, she did an amazing job. She was also raped as a child, so she's talking from personal experience. So big up Jada for that. That one was a really powerful song, and I suggest, if you haven't heard that song, go listen to it. That song is amazing. Amazing. There needs to be something done, honestly, very quickly, because our girls and our elderly women are being taken advantage of. Let's read some of these comments, and then I'm gonna end this live and go eat me dinner. Okay. My mom cooked oxtail, banana dumpling, and we made banana bread from scratch. And what else she cook? She cook curry chicken and fried chicken in the air fryer. So me come go eat my dinner. Okay. Let's read some of this. Julia Sam say, "Well, Ranger sound well vexed." Of course, because I was young girl. Like, I can only imagine how she feel. Of course, me vex. She could have been my daughter. Like, she could have been my niece. I have my niece downstairs. I can only imagine if something like that happened to my niece. Like, I would be a mental patient, basically. Okay. Khadija said, some evil forces hanging over the Caribbean islands bridge. It's not only Jamaica. Last week on the island of Barbados, a 15-year-old stabbed a 16-year-old to death in school. Wow. Worst. This been going on quietly for a while. Yes, and it's been going on quietly for too long. People hide it. People sweep it underneath the rug. People don't say anything about it. They act like it didn't happen to them, and they don't get the necessary help that they need, so they become dysfunctional human beings, and that is not okay. Somebody said, "Kiss me tea, charge him as an adult." I agree 100%, but because he's probably not 17 not 18 as yet, they won't charge him as an adult. And if he's a first time offender and he actually pleads guilty, he's gonna get a lesser charge. So there goes that. No justice. The culture in Jamaica has changed so much, and not for the better. Don't play with me. So that's honestly very true. We have lost a lot of our beliefs, a lot of our morals, a lot of family orientation that we used to stand on very firmly and very strong. We have lost a lot of that, and if Jamaican culture, Jamaican families, Jamaican morals and heritage is going to stand the test of time, I feel like we need to go back to that. Go back to our grassroots, go back to our culture as it was. True Religion said, just started puberty. Yep. Some even get beat up because they refuse to give up. Yes. Yes, very true. Sounds like we are becoming desensitized to violence against us. Yes, we are. Especially women. When women see other women getting treated badly, they just sit and watch and say, "Oh, this a girl a idiot and she a claffy," and all these things. We have no sympathy for one another anymore. None whatsoever. We don't have the community checking on children. No, we don't. We don't have our community protecting our children like they used to. Then used to say take a village to raise a child. No, our village are only our immediate family. Them no business with your pitney, and you know business with for them pitney, and that's sad. That's very sad. Some on Sheena Rock said people are scared to speak up because they're in fear for their lives as often as we see the system fail to protect them. You're 100% right. 100,000% right. I remember, I think last year when that girl was raped and burned in the streets in Kingston, my heart literally sank. Okay? My heart sank. My heart bleed because she refused to have sex with some Dan in the community and they raped her and burned her body in the street like she was a dog. And we were saying that this is gonna keep happening because no one is doing anything about it, and it's keep happening. She was 15. This girl is 13. The girl before that the man raped his niece and nephew are 7 years old. Like, I don't know. Tiara Murphy said, I don't think $50 would have saved her. I believe he planned for her because he let other people in and out of the bathroom. You possibly have a point there. You have a point. They probably targeted her because she was quiet and she was not a person to act like other females in that school. And like her mom said, she wasn't talkative. She wasn't into a lot of school things. She was to herself. So they probably targeted her. I was just like that going to school, and I had a big, okay, I had a big target on my back. Okay, people used to say me act like me better than people. People used to say all sorts of same thing about me when I went to school because I wasn't talkative and I kept to myself. Okay, so I can only imagine her just coming from primary school and got high school in a total new environment, around new people. She don't know who's who, what's what. She's trying to figure out the climate, figure out where she's at in the world, being an adolescent and in Jamaica and everything that comes with that. Like, can't only imagine. I wouldn't be surprised if his parents are defending him. Of course not. Jamaican parents have a thing where good or bad, they're always gonna defend their children. Somebody say castrate him. I don't care because him age him do the crime, so suffer the consequences. That child is messed up for life now. That's very true. Sherry says it's totally different now. Definitely, it's totally different. I don't know what to say, but every day it's something else, and every day these kids are getting younger and younger and younger that's being violated, and something needs to be done and done drastically. And I don't understand, like, why are these stuff not addressed when only the elect prime minister and electing these people make sure that they're talking about stuff that's important to you. Not only talk about fix road and build economy and stop violence. Make sure they're talking about protecting the children of tomorrow because without them, Jamaica are no nothing. Okay? Nothing. I know how it is to have witnessed and be a victim and see the perpetrator go on to live his life as if nothing happened. I just pray she will find a good way to cope. Enough people can say that. Grace Davis says our children are being exposed to violence and meaningless sexual behavior in their music and social media. It seems worse among our people, but I think our cultures are experiencing similar problems. This is so sickening, money, Murdoch said. Yeah, and I think Jamaica is way too influenced from social media and way too influenced from American media. Too much. The phone, like, honestly, sometimes I feel better off when we did have with Nokia and the Razor them and them the type of phone, because now with children exposed to way too much. And the thing is, people are not talking to their children early and educating their kids early. They're still scared. They still tell their children about don't have sex, just don't. Like, when in truth and fact that never works. They might have sex. If they don't have sex, you just have to tell them the necessary precautions and all of that. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole different live. Me I gotta eat my dinner, guys. Me got near my banana bread, my oxtail, my banana dumpling, my fried chicken, my curry chicken, and full my belly and enjoy my time with my niece, my little brothers, and my little sister, and Kai Kai, and my mom and my dad, and relax my nerves because my mind was shot when I actually read this and watch my little niece running around with Kai in the living room. My, like, I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I was triggered reading both those stories, especially with the one that I did yesterday. Sherry said a lot of food, brains. Yes, a lot of food. My mom throws down, okay? She throws down. Can't wait for Thanksgiving, okay? Can't wait. Monique Murdoch said, obviously it's not a priority. I bet if it was their children going through all this, these solutions would be at the ready. Of course. If it don't affect them, then they don't care. It's, that's just the world we live in. But anyways, I'll see you in the next live. It's something that needs to get more attention than it does. The foolish that goes on social media get way too much attention, and stuff like this is swept underneath the rug. Anyways, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Share, and I'll see you in my next video. Deuces.